Hey guys, Doug and Jamie, Pinetree Line Productions, and we're here to answer your questions submitted by you. And to add a little twist to it, Jamie, we've also been tagged by Blue Collar Backcountry. It's a kind of a get to know you tag with a bunch of other questions. One of the questions came from a good friend, Catherine. What kind of MRE or MRE brand would a first time person want to try out? If you're in the States, your best bet is to go to a military surplus store, which are in most cities, bigger cities anyways, and you can find US military MREs, and those would be the best ones to try. Don't overpay. Look around, shop around. Jamie, I want to get you in on this.
Okay.
What YouTuber would you want to collaborate with?
I've thought of this a little bit, Doug, and you know what? I don't really want to name one person because I really don't. Like, I mean, there's a lot of great YouTubers out there, and to name just one, keep your daydream. Steve Rob Reviews, obviously a good friend of ours. Can't wait till we get together again for sure.
Absolutely.
I think Fernbark would be a fun one to do.
A lot of channels that we watch, and basically to collaborate with any of them would be cool. One of the guys that I really like is Justin Barber. If there was a location outside of our area or outside of our country that you could go to film in, what would it be?
Oh, I'd have to pick Europe. I would say Alaska and Europe, man. Man, the scenery is unbelievable.
Russia's on my want to go to list of places, and to go there and film would be just incredible. But, now that you mentioned Alaska, yeah, that'd be great too. What do you do for a living?
Well, I work at a mining company, nickel refinery. I'm actually a crayman for a 75-ton overhead crane that I operate. That's what I do.
Right, and I'm a security officer, an emergency medical responder as well with that at a casino. And that's really all I have to say about that. Specifically for you, Jamie, do you miss trucking?
No.
Good answer. Canadian Trucker CT wants to know what was your favorite part about trucking and your least favorite part. Keep it brief.
Yeah, Mike, 13 years I drove truck and put a lot of miles on. I actually drove with you quite a bit too as well when we were working together. You know what, when I first started, I actually liked it because you got to go to a lot of new places I haven't been before. But after a while, man, I'm telling you, when you got to call your family from the road and say goodnight to them, there's no worse feeling in the world. And I'm so thankful that I don't have to do that anymore. But I'll tell you what, I take my hat off to anybody that does do it for a living.
Especially
it's not easy.
Especially in this day and age.
Oh, for sure.
If money and health issues were not a issue and you could go on a trip anywhere in the world, where would you go?
There's a few places I would love to go to. The Grand Canyon, for one. I would love to be able to see that. The Great Wall of China. Love to see that. Australia. Russia
would be the number one pick for me. I've always kind of wanted to go to Scotland and Ireland as well. So, yeah, there's a few places. I mean,
that'd be cool.
There's some incredible places in the world. These are the questions that were brought forward as part of that tag with Blue Collar Backcountry. Jamie, Tony over there is awesome guy, awesome dude, and him and his wife Michelle did this, and they nominated us, tagged us to do it. Kids' names?
My son Ben and my daughter Becky.
My son Ethan, my daughter Julia. What is your hometown?
Lively.
Born and raised?
Ontario.
I was born and raised in Sudbury, Ontario. Lively just outside of Sudbury, of course. Favorite season of the year?
Wow, you know what? That's a tough one. But I'm gonna have to say winter. I don't know why. You'd think at my age now I would hate the cold weather, but man, I love the outdoors in the winter. I don't know.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff. My favorite season is the fall. For much the same reasons. There's lots of stuff you can do outdoors, and there's no bugs. Favorite food and beverage?
I'd have to say food-wise, man, pizza's pretty tough to beat.
I agree.
I had pizza last night, and I had it when I woke up this morning. Well, I like Molson Canadian. There's no, Molson Canadian and 40 Creek Rye.
My favorite food is pizza. My favorite beverage would be a white wine. Go figure. Doesn't matter what I'm eating. The white wine will go good with it. What is your favorite place to visit?
I love to visit Toronto. I would never live there, but man, it's there's so much to do in Toronto. If you go there for a weekend or for a week, there's so much to do there. The nightlife is incredible. So many different restaurants to dine in. It doesn't matter what you're looking for. It's just it's an amazing place to visit. To take in a baseball game, hockey. basketball. But I would never live there, but I love to visit there.
My favorite place to visit is Walt Disney World in Florida. Love going there.
Yeah.
What is your number one bucket list item? Place to go, thing to do, something like that?
If I could pick one thing to do, it would be to go to Alaska. Like that would be, I know we've mentioned that a couple times in different, but that would be the number one, Alaska. I'm
going to say Russia again, but specifically, I'd love to go to Chernobyl, where the where the reactor blew up and all that kind of stuff. I would just love to see that place and explore, an adventure in that area. Pet peeve, Jay?
You know what? This has been bothering me for a long. I got a few pet peeves, but my number one is when somebody's eating yogurt and they get to the bottom of it and it's like, they're scoop with a spoon. That noise, it just drives me insane. I've never heard any noise at once. It just drives me insane, crazy.
My pet peeve is when people eat. Generally, when anybody eats and chews, pretty disgusting.
Biggest fear I've overcome. Doing what we're doing today, Doug, talking on camera, when I was younger, you would never get me in front of a camera to talk. I would do it, but I would not like it.
My biggest fear that I've overcome is I used to be terrified of having to do speeches in front of your class or anything like that when I was younger, and then ultimately I ended up emceeing a couple weddings, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So obviously I overcame the fear. Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I don't think I'm either.
Really? Well, I think you're an extrovert for sure. I think I'm an extrovert, but I think I have moments of being an introvert, and usually if I'm in an uncomfortable situation or there's too many people or a lot of people I don't know and I'm not comfortable with, I do get introverted kind of thing. So that's why I like being out in the woods with the camera and you and, small gatherings. So that works for me. What makes you uncomfortable?
Large crowds for some reason. I don't know. When I'm in an area where there's too many people and I'm looking around, I don't know. I don't like large crowds.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. That makes me, that does make me uncomfortable, and being around a lot of people I don't know, which kind of goes hand in hand with the introvert extrovert thing, I guess. What activities do you like besides the kind of stuff we do here on the channel?
For sure, golfing. I love to golf, baseball. Hockey. I do a lot of sports.
I agree with you. Sports has always been a big, and actually that's the kind of thing that brought us together. Love baseball. Love all sports, but particularly love the game of baseball. Played a lot of golf before the kids got bigger. Haven't really played it much lately, but I plan in the future maybe to get back to playing a little bit more. But I enjoy the solitude and the competition of that game as well. What is the biggest struggle you've overcome?
Trying to relax a little more. I'm pretty high keyed at times, and I've been told that many times by many different people.
Really?
What?
I said really?
So for me, just for me to relax and try to, keep an even keel.
All right. Well, my biggest struggle to overcome was going through a divorce, and with young kids at the time, very, very tough. I have made a great effort to make sure that my kids are a huge part of my life, and it's worked out great, and I have a great relationship with my ex-wife and all that. What's your goal for 2020?
To get it over with.
100% agree. Let's just move on. All right, guys, so that's just getting to know us a little bit better. We don't plan on doing any more of these things. Hopefully we're just going to get out and do some stuff, because this all kind of really is not that much fun for any of us. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Pinetree Line Productions is the name you want to look for on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Our website is ptloutdoors.com. Stay safe, take care. Hopefully we see you soon. Jamie, virtual fist bump.
There you go, brother.
Right on, man. Okay, take care.